Imagine waking up tomorrow, stepping outside, and seeing a world bathed not in blue skies, but in the deep, rusty hue of Mars. A planet where every breath you take could be your last. Where gravity is lighter, storms rage for weeks, and the sun is just a faint distant star. What if humanity could live here, not in dreams, but for real, starting tomorrow? Earth, our home for millennia, is a delicate balance of water, air, and life. Oceans cradle continents, forests cleanse the air, and atmosphere shields us from cosmic radiation. Now imagine leaving that fragile cradle for a barren, frozen desert with a whisper of an atmosphere and temperatures that plunge far below the coldest winters on Earth. The contrast is stark, almost cinematic in its severity. Yet, within this challenge lies the heart of humanity: survival, adaptation, and an unyielding spirit. Human beings are explorers by nature, says Dr. Elena Ramirez, an astrobiologist at the European Space Agency. We look at the impossible and ask, why not? Mars, once a distant red dot in the sky, becomes a test of ingenuity, courage, and endurance. This documentary is a journey into that possibility. Over the next chapters, we will explore the science behind survival, the technology that might make life possible, and the social, ethical, and psychological challenges of colonizing another world. From the first robotic missions to imagined self-sustaining cities, we will examine what it truly takes to step beyond Earth's protective embrace. The question lingers: are we ready to leave our blue home behind and stake a claim on a new, alien frontier? Today, we embark on a scientific, cinematic journey into that unknown, a world of red dust, endless horizons, and human ambition reaching beyond the sky. For thousands of years, Mars has captured human imagination. From the earliest civilizations, the red dot in the night sky was a source of mystery and wonder. Ancient Egyptians saw it as a symbol of fire and war, while the Babylonians traced its movements across the heavens, linking it to their gods. Poets, dreamers, and early astronomers have all gazed upward, imagining what it might mean to walk on its alien surface. Mars became more than a planet. It became a canvas for human curiosity, a symbol of the unknown waiting to be explored. With the invention of telescopes in the 17th century, Mars became tangible, yet still enigmatic. Early astronomers, peering through glass lenses, noted strange linear features across its surface. Some interpreted them as canals, perhaps evidence of intelligent life shaping the planet. These claims sparked debates and inspired generations of science fiction, from H.G. Wells to Ray Bradbury. Yet, as instruments improved, those canals proved to be optical illusions, and the dream of Martian civilizations faded, replaced by a more accurate understanding of a barren, frozen desert. The 20th century marked a turning point. Robotic explorers began the first real reconnaissance of the Red Planet. The Mariner missions revealed a cratered, dusty surface, while the Viking landers sent back the first soil analyses. Later, rovers like Spirit, Opportunity, and Curiosity transformed our understanding of Mars, uncovering signs that liquid water once flowed across its surface and hinting at the tantalizing possibility that life might have existed long ago. Satellites now map every valley, canyon, and volcano in stunning detail, creating a portrait of a world both alien and eerily familiar. Today, Mars is at the center of a modern space race. NASA continues its methodical exploration, focusing on science and safety. Private companies, led by SpaceX, dream of sending humans to colonize the planet within decades. International efforts, from the European Space Agency to emerging programs in Asia, are expanding the ambition beyond national borders. We are witnessing the dawn of a new era in exploration, says Dr. Amir Patel, a mission planner at NASA. Mars is no longer just a distant target. It is a destination, a challenge, and an opportunity for humanity. Despite these advances, Mars remains profoundly different from Earth. Its atmosphere is thin and composed mostly of carbon dioxide, offering no natural protection from solar radiation. Gravity is only 38% of Earth's, affecting every movement and physiological process. Temperatures plunge hundreds of degrees below freezing, and storms can engulf the entire planet. From orbit or on the surface, it is clear this world is unyielding, a stark contrast to our blue planet's abundance. Yet it is precisely these differences that make Mars the ultimate proving ground for human ingenuity and survival. Breathing on Mars is not just difficult, it is impossible without help. The atmosphere is thin, composed mostly of carbon dioxide, and contains less than 1% oxygen compared to Earth. Humans arriving unprepared would gasp their last breaths in moments. We have to create a self-contained environment, explains Dr. Lena Hoffman, a life support systems engineer at SpaceX. Every molecule of air has to be managed, recycled, and safe to breathe. Water is equally precious. There are traces frozen in the soil, but extracting it requires energy and ingenuity. Shelter, radiation protection, and sustainable life support systems become fundamental, not luxuries. Surviving on Mars means understanding every element of the environment and designing around it. Gravity, at just 38% of Earth's, presents a subtle but relentless challenge. Bones weaken, muscles atrophy, and the cardiovascular system struggles to adapt. Astronauts on long-term space missions have shown the human body can adjust, but at a cost. Exercise regimes, artificial gravity and rotating habitats, and careful monitoring will be essential to prevent irreversible damage. We are not just visiting Mars, says Dr. Hiro Tanaka, a physiologist studying microgravity. We are living in a place that forces our bodies to rewrite their own rules. The Martian weather adds another layer of danger. Temperatures swing from a mild 20 degrees at noon to a bone-chilling 90 degrees at night. Planet-wide dust storms can last for weeks, darkening the skies and disrupting solar power. Engineers must design resilient habitats that withstand relentless winds, abrasive dust, and the near absence of liquid water. Every storm is a test of human engineering and endurance. To survive, we must build homes unlike anything on Earth. Domed cities with airtight seals, underground bunkers carved into solid rock, and hydroponic farms for food production are all under development. These habitats must provide warmth, oxygen, and protection from radiation, while supporting human life for months, even years. Hydroponics is not just farming, says Dr. Aisha Malik, an agritech specialist. It is creating a miniature ecosystem that sustains people on an alien planet. Energy is the lifeblood of these settlements. Solar panels dominate the landscape, capturing every ray of the weak Martian sun. Nuclear reactors provide a constant baseline power and in-situ resource utilization, turning local materials into fuel, building blocks, or water, is a key innovation. Transporting humans and cargo across 140 million miles adds further complexity. Rockets, reusable shuttles, and orbit-to-surface vehicles must work flawlessly. Each launch and landing is a precise choreography of physics and engineering. Finally, the human mind faces its own frontier. Isolation, communication delays of up to 22 minutes one way, and the psychological strain of a barren horizon challenge mental resilience. Settlers will experience solitude unlike any on Earth, and every decision carries amplified consequences. We are exploring not just a planet, but the limits of our adaptability, says psychologist Dr. Maria Sanchez. Social cohesion, purpose, and structured routines will be as critical as oxygen or water. In every sense, life on Mars is a symphony of challenges, each element intertwined, demanding meticulous planning, technological mastery, and human courage. Breathing, moving, surviving, thinking, and building are all tests of ingenuity. The Red Planet is an unyielding teacher, forcing humanity to confront limits while inspiring innovations that may redefine what it means to live beyond Earth. In this alien landscape, every small success becomes monumental, and every failure is starkly visible against the endless crimson horizon. Colonizing Mars is more than a technical challenge. It is a profound shift in what it means to be human. Our identity, shaped over millennia by life on Earth, will expand to include a second, alien world. Culture will evolve in ways we can barely imagine. Communities will form in domed cities and underground habitats, blending the familiar rituals of Earth with the unique rhythms imposed by a new environment. Living on Mars will force us to redefine family, work, and society itself, says sociologist Dr. Elena Rossi. Traditions may endure, but the day-to-day experience will be dictated by survival and adaptation. The economic implications are equally transformative. Mars promises a new frontier for industries, from mining rare minerals to developing energy solutions and advanced manufacturing. Companies are already investigating the extraction of Martian resources to support both off-world colonies and Earth-based markets. Technology developed for life on Mars, from water purification to habitat construction, will inevitably feed back to Earth, accelerating innovation across sectors. The economic potential is enormous, explains aerospace economist Dr. Rajiv Kapoor. We are opening doors to industries that do not exist yet and rethinking what a global economy can be. Ethics, however, will shape every decision. Planetary protection policies demand that we avoid contaminating Mars with Earth life. Yet settlers will inevitably leave their mark. Governance structures will be required to define rights, responsibilities, and laws in a world with no precedent. Questions of ownership, resource allocation, and environmental responsibility are immediate and complex. We are venturing into a place that has its own story, notes ethicist Dr. Miriam Lopez. How we treat it will reflect who we are as a species. Mars colonization is a gamble, weighing immense risk against extraordinary reward. Every launch, every habitat, every mission carries the possibility of failure, threatening lives and investments. Yet the survival of humanity may depend on expanding beyond a single fragile planet. The stakes are global, uniting ambition, competition, and caution in a high-wire act of exploration. Small successes will inspire generations. Failures will be sobering reminders of the cost of ambition. Earth itself stands to gain. The technological innovations necessary for Mars, from renewable energy systems to efficient recycling, can address pressing problems at home. Climate insights gleaned from studying Martian geology may improve our understanding of Earth's fragile environment. Each solution designed for survival on another planet can be adapted to safeguard the one we already inhabit. Finally, the race to Mars may drive cooperation or competition. Nations may collaborate on shared infrastructure, pooling expertise and resources, or they may race for prestige and dominance, echoing the Cold War-era space race. The outcome will shape international relations for decades, and possibly the ethical framework for humanity's expansion into the cosmos. In every sense, Mars is more than a destination. It is a mirror reflecting our ingenuity, our priorities, and our vision for the future. It forces us to ask, what kind of species do we wish to be, and how far are we willing to go to prove it? Life on Mars is not just survival, it is the test of civilization itself. If tomorrow was the day humanity took its first permanent steps on Mars, the world would pause, watching a leap that redefines possibility. The red horizon would no longer be a distant dream, but a new home, filled with challenges and fragile hope. Every dome, every hydroponic farm, every solar panel would be a testament to ingenuity, courage, and the unyielding spirit of exploration. We are stepping into the unknown, says mission planner Dr. Elena Ruiz. But every step forward is a declaration of human resilience. Balancing hope and challenge is central to life on the red planet. The environment is harsh, unrelenting, and unforgiving. Gravity, radiation, isolation, all test the limits of human endurance. Yet these very trials shape a new civilization, teaching lessons of adaptation, community, and ingenuity. The risk is real, but the reward, a second home, a new frontier, and a testament to what humanity can achieve, is extraordinary. Next steps are already underway. Artemis missions will establish the foundation for sustained lunar presence, testing technologies that may be applied to Mars. SpaceX, NASA, and other private and national programs are developing spacecraft, habitats, and life support systems, inching humanity closer to a red world. Each launch, each experiment, brings us nearer to turning science fiction into science fact. Ultimately, this vision is larger than any single mission. It is the story of humanity on two worlds, Earth and Mars, connected by curiosity, courage, and the desire to survive and thrive. The challenges are immense, but the potential is infinite. As we stand on the threshold of interplanetary life, the question is no longer whether we can reach Mars, but how we will live there, and who we will become in the process. Mars beckons, not just as a destination, but as a mirror of our highest aspirations and deepest resolve. The story of humanity's next great leap has only just begun.